Hey up folks, Farmer Richard here. Today I'm going to be sharing some of my favourite stories from our new book, Springtime at Cannon Hall Farm. I'm in the White Bull restaurant today, but it wasn't always like this. It was, when we started off in 1981, it was a 50 odd seat, little tiny tea room. Quite nice, quite sort of posh really in a way for these Barnsley parts. But it was, it was, it was a modest little affair. Now we've got a few hundred seats in the White Bull, and but back then we had to sort of beg and borrow and make do, and we had an old brass till that was in pounds, shillings, and pence, and it didn't really work properly. We just used it as a cash drawer, but to actually get it to open, you had to crank away at it for about 3 turns, and then all of a sudden it would fly out at you like, "Ah, right, it's tilling open all hours." It was it was quite a memorable experience working in our old tea room. Like Rob and Dave were sort of out on the farm. They weren't really. We had some girls from the village who'd come and wait on tables. My mum and dad in the kitchen with Rosemary and my gran washing up. We normally only open weekends to begin with, but that, I mean, I think it was to give me something to do and to give me my 50p an hour wage, which was what I got. I got a 4-hour shift. I got £2. Those were the days. Back then, probably had ice cream and sweets. Really, I was 14 at the time. So when we first opened up, so might have been 15. I wasn't quite onto beer. David's house was our original tea room. It was the old gamekeeper's gun room for the Cannon Hall estate. So it's big, thick walls. It's oak beams. It's a lovely building. But that was the original place where it was. Well, I remember us being a bit annoyed actually because it was our table tennis room before we opened up as a tea room. So we had quite a good room there for playing table tennis in. So when we lost that, it was a bit of a disappointment. But I suppose it was worth it in the end. Initially, we were a bit disappointed by how popular it was. Really, I suppose we weren't great marketeers back in those days. We'd got a little article in the Chronicle, and put an odd advert. We put a big sign on the side of a trailer and then got told off by local council and had to take it down. Stuff like that, We tried our best, but it was never, until we opened the farm to the public, it was never a great money spinner. But from opening the farm to the public, it did sort of begin to take off after that. Home Farm Tea Rooms really was the start of the Cannon Hall Farm story, and you can find out more about it in Springtime at Cannon Hall Farm, which is out at the end of March.